Good evening,
Hello.
ma'am.
Good evening. So I hope you are ready with the topic today. What is good and what is bad in
Yes,
modernity?
yes, ma'am. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, friends. You must clap for Afroz ji. She is teaching today despite her religious fast in the holy Ramzan month. Please give her a thumbs up.
Sir, I think we are having a Navratras first as well. So this is the best example for us to see the unity in diversity in our country.
Yes, very much.
Both the communities are having pass.
Yes.
So we are trying
There
to
are
let
many commonalities in all religions, and
yes,
living a simple life and value on fasting, etc., is one of them.
yes, sir.
Thank you so much, Afroz.
Okay. And I think, I forgot to send you the topic today, but next week I would like to take the topic importance of fasting.
Okay, very good.
So I think we should continue our topic.
Yes.
So who is ready to start this topic? What is good and what is bad in modernity?
We must compliment Nishtha. She has put her video on. I encourage all to keep the video on as far as possible, but definitely when they are speaking. Why do you hide behind the camera? You should be in front of the camera. Please carry.
Okay, Nishtha, beta,
Yes, ma'am.
good evening.
Uh, Pardon?
Good evening and welcome
Good
to
evening,
this group.
ma'am.
This is for the first time I think I have seen you in this group today.
Yes, ma'am. This is my second time. Yesterday also I joined this meeting, and I liked it, so I thought of joining it today also.
Okay. So if you are ready, then we should start.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So start speaking your point of view. What is good and what is bad in today's modernity? Shahrukh has also joined. Are you not ready, Nishtha?
Yes, ma'am.
You are not ready with the topic?
No, ma'am. I thought we would discuss. I didn't thought it as the homework.
Kuchi, yeah. Kuchi, yes, Kuchi. You have raised your hand.
Ma'am, can I start?
Yes, you must.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kushi, and today I will present my thoughts about this topic as our culture, on the one hand, modality, in other hand, as we are our India is developing more and more, and forming a new creative experience, creating more things such as film and TVs and many more. These forms can easily export the view of all the world. However, a loss of culture may result from modelism, but modality does not encompass all good thing, and it can't be able to do all the things good. Modality is not singular or in vocal condition. There are many ways of being model and many ways of failing to be a model, but there is no way to become being a model in which a virtual we used to see a virtual human needs to melt and all importance of the human values are full. Recognize all the sides are positive, and development and transformation that characterize modernity and some negative effects. The benefit of the modernism is it used to promote us better business, and many more advantages are there, like it used to tell more business practice, and it used to do a great involution in the our future. But there are bad things also, that it can harm.
What happened to your video?
So my camera is on. It's showing my camera is on.
Okay.
You are not
We
visible.
can't, you are not visible. Anyway, go ahead.
Yes, Khushi?
She is reconnecting, I think.
Okay. Yes, Khushi. Yes,
Sorry,
Khushi.
mom, I just joined again because my camera was not on. Are you able to see me now?
Yes.
Yeah, and it used to affect our economic, and as our economic are harshing and new buildings are building, it may cause more pollution and weather effect, and it is also causing global warming and increasing the sea level. It may cause a tsunami or many more things. And nowadays in India there are many floods, drought are found in such area. Thank you.
Okay. I don't think us. Khushi, what do you mean by modernity?
So, mom, the modern times that are going on right now.
Modern time, it is related to technology as well, plus too many things
Yes,
are
ma'am. The online based programs that are going nowadays.
it is a kind of ideology, I think.
Yes, ma'am.
है ना? Okay. So Khushi has spoken. She has presented her point of view. And now, lovely Vaibhav. Nishtha,
Yes,
yes,
ma'am.
raised her hand.
Yes, may I speak
Yes,
now?
ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, yeah, you are audible. Nishtha, is there any problem?
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, you are audible. Yes, you are audible.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, in good and bad modernity, for my thoughts are like we are unable to experience the things which like my father or my mother may have experienced in their future. Like we are always on phones and laptops, so we are just missing the joy of like being a kid and having fun like that.
Mm-hmm.
And we are using too much screen these days, and it's affecting our eyes. And in this modern world there is so much junk food. I always like eating junk food, but I know it's not good for my body, so now junk food are there very much, and like healthy food is like disappeared from the world. And I try eating healthy food, but at the end it's just eating some bulk. So I want to say that.
Okay. The joy and fun that we are, our father and mothers had too. They have experienced.
I have heard stories from them that they have like had this in their when they were child, like they played these games and they did that. So I was like, yeah, we didn't experience all that, but because we are always on screens and phones like that.
Yeah. Screen time is going increasing day by day.
Yes, ma'am.
And physical movement is reducing. Okay, Nishtha, very
Mom, I want to say something about Nishta's speech. Can I? Mom,
Khushi?
Nishta said that his that my parents' future but the like it must be the my parent childhood. The future does not sound like that now. Future means that,
Maybe in between I said future, but I meant past only.
yeah, or maybe childhood.
So Nishta has spoken. She has expressed her point of view that she presented the bad aspect of modernity before us. And now Gaurav is there.
Mom, I
Shahrukh.
want to add one point. Can I?
Ma'am, can you speak now?
Yeah, Khushi, you have.
Yes, yes, mom. Mom, I want to say nowadays, mom, nowadays there are many more things that that we are not able to just see, like they are no more in our world, such as there recently a bird extinct from our world. It was a white, gray, and pink pigeon. It's a mixture of white, gray, and pink pigeon that has just extinct because of our useless thing, pollution. So like it must be less pollution in nowadays, because the people are thinking that they must use more technology, more online things, more AI, and it may be harmful for our future, as we will not able to breathe. And we are trying to just go on Mars for the healthy and good life, but I guess only more than 1 billion can one more than 10 lakh people can go on Mars, but the people that are suffering from this thing, and it may cause many disease also. The people are suffering from these disease that they can't just walk up, just they can't walk up to seventh floor of a building. It may cause a deep, heavy bleeding flow. So, like we should not use much technology for our buildings or so. We should just use simple tools to make the buildings or such a thing that are useful for us.
Eco-friendly materials should be used. You want to say, na?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. As the Ganesha also are made of plastic, but we should eco-friendly Ganeshas code, because if we put seed in it and just ground it in the water, and it will be like sand, and the seed will grow, and there will be one more tree.
Okay. Okay. So
Kushi,
modernity.
I will request everyone should confine to 2 minutes as far as possible, and we will have a second round after everyone has spoken. And thirdly, I want to also remind you, you must always greet when you start. Bhavya always does that. He is very good in this respect. You must always start your speech with a greeting. Namaste, friends, or whatever. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so
Carry on.
Yes, Lovely and Vaibhav. You have as your Anjali is also there.
Yes, ma'am, can I speak now?
Now, yes.
Ma'am, can you hear me properly?
Or Lovely.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. Start speaking.
Yes, ma'am, am I audible?
You are audible, but your voice is not visible. Your camera is not on.
Ma'am, actually my device is out of battery. That's why it's showing that you cannot turn on your video.
Let us know who is speaking, because I'm rather confused between Lovely words, Vaibhav words, and Kiran.
Ma'am, I'm lovely. Can I start?
Yes, yes, Lovely.
Everything has a positive and a negative impact. Modernity is the self-generation, govern, and social economic. There are some positive effects to there are some negative effects. So, taking the positive thing first, the modernity has given people opportunity to use the technology, social media. Technology is no technology has given people the rights to learn online, to to get education online. Like in the COVID time, people have used technology too much, and in like in earlier time there was no technology, and there was no way to learn online, and there was no thing to prepare online. Nowadays there are many courses and apps and many further things that allow people to work do their work from home. The next thing is, and nowadays there are many well facilities of very well medical facilities. Now there are very hospitals made, clinics are made, and in earlier times there were no clinics and there was no doctor, so people used to face a lot of problems due to this. So modernity has given this opportunity to people to get them checked, and also there are online apps which from which they can get appointment, and there are many other things. And if I talk about the culture and nature, these forms can be easily explored and viewed all over the world. However, a loss of culture results in modernism. Culture is always missing because people try to do everything online, and people nowadays stay don't stay in a joint family. They like to stay alone, and this is a lack of culture, and people do not stay with their families, and the culture and is missing in that. And next thing is natural resource. Talking about the environment, natural resources such as wood, water, etc., often are produced in modern society. On the other hand, they cause environmental problems also, such as climate change. The climate change is believed in the result of industrial development, which causes weather problems and other things, etc. Thank you.
Okay. So according to you, main feature of modernity is technology.
Yes, ma'am. Modernity main is technology, because technology is given opportunity to people to make like people have made so many apps, so many machines nowadays. So this is technology which modernity is given to people.
Okay. So according to Lovely, technology has influenced our life to a great extent. And this is because of modern life, modernity.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Bhavya? Yeah.
Ma'am, can I start? Ma'am, may I start? Let me fill the volume. I'm speaking. Namaskar, ma'am, and my dear friends. I am Afroz. Today I want to speak on this topic. Positive and negative are the two sides of a coin. If we flip that, there are one thing negative or positive, but a thing never have all the thing positive, and a thing also never have everything negative. So today I want to speak on this topic. Modernity has given us many things, like we can do many things from our home. In this COVID period, technologies help us to make online classes, and we have taken online classes because of this technology only. Because of technology, we have made many apps from which we can do meetings, and we do not stop our studying. So this is the advantage of this, but there are disadvantage of this is many children are playing games between the classes. Many are making reels and seeing YouTube shorts and doing many other things, and and distracting other also. Next advantage of this is we can in nowadays in our village, the person who comes to distribute the newspaper, he stopped coming to distribute the newspaper because of this COVID period. So my mother and my father read the newspaper from the Google. But there the disadvantage of this is there are many fake newses on that vaccine in 2020 there was a message that Russia has made the vaccine, but there was no vaccine in 2022. In 2021 the vaccine was made. So this is an example. So fake news also get viral compared to the actual news. So advantage of this is that we can do everything online. We can do online banking. We should not go to the bank. We can make an account from the house. But if we will going in the bank, we should be standing hours in the line, and we should be having many other problems. So this is the advantage. But disadvantage of this is many children and many youngsters are making wrong accounts of there, and they do many other frauds with us and scams. They do many other scams and fraud with us. So it is also a main reason of that. And the last thing I want to say, that advantage of this is we can do many other things on that, and we can see many things to relax. But some children are using bad thing and seeing bad videos and expressing some of their personal photos and their videos on that, and youngsters are getting attracted from it. So I think that it have many advantages and disadvantages. So thank you and namaskar. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat और वंदे मातरम.
Jai Hind. Bhavya.
What, sir?
I was just responding to your Jai Hind.
Okay.
Khushi is clapping for you, Bhavya.
What, sir?
Khushi is clapping for you.
Yeah, sir, she clapped and she mute her mic and said me that मैंने तुझे तालियां भेजी हैं भव्या.
Okay, good. So you send her thank you.
Yes,
No.
I see her.
नहीं कहा नहीं कहा.
Afroz can't hear you.
Sir, not just Khushi, but we are also clapping for him. He spoke very well.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, uncle.
Especially we must all remember, we must start our speech, even if it is a short one, with a greeting and end with a salutation or small conclusion. Afroz ji, are you there? I think she is not connected.
I'm here.
Okay.
So one more thing that I would again and again, we are just roaming around the technology. Technology is just an aspect of modernity.
Yes.
It has its own pros and cons, because of technology, we can contact the person living in the next corner of the world.
Very true.
But there is a disadvantage also. Many children and many other youngsters make the call to other person and say that you have win that, you have win that. Tell us the UPI or the UPI of you. Let us make the payment of you and do any other
thing. Is there anyone in the group who will talk about modernity beyond technology? Afroz ji is saying, let us remember modernity is not about just the plus and minus of new technologies. So what other aspects of modernity beyond technology we can talk about? Please raise your hand and start speaking. If anyone would like to talk about, for example, modern art, modern culture, modern social system. There are many aspects of modernity. Can we talk besides technology about other things also? Yes, Anjali, would you like to start?
I like to start on good or pros and cons of modernity,
Yes,
sir.
yes, go ahead.
Sir, I'm visible or not?
No, you are not visible.
Sir, now,
Yes, you are visible now.
good evening to Nayar ma'am and you and all my friends. Should I start?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
So nowadays, people do not envisage a life without the technology, objects or gadgets that come in all sorts of models. With the modern technology, we are able to save money and time. And this innovation include car models, mobile phones, computers, television, microwaves, and internet also in the current world, and people do not survive without it, because like computer have improved communication through internet, and people can communicate through emails, and this saves a lot of time because emails are delivered immediately. And there are machines which have helped people, like washing machine. They save time because the that work fast, and there is a need of employing many people. All this technology advancement have brought joy and made our world grow, and and people who lose their jobs have no source of income and anymore, and these cause life to get hard from them. And improved in technology, and inventions in communication, and it is important. And rural to urban migration has led to a population upsurge in the urban centers of the world. And and but there is also a cons of this in human behavior. Like modernity has caused a change in human behavior. In the past, or traditional societies, people trusted each and other, and everyone was a friend. But people encourage the spirit of collect collectiveness, and they came together in case of a personal, community, or family crisis.
Yes. Okay, Anjali, very well spoken. But again, you are roaming around the technology. I think if Deveshji permit me, shall I? Because earlier, modernity technology has influenced our life too much. But earlier, when the modernity we can't say, but earlier, don't you think our lifestyle was very simple? Hannah? The utensils or the vessels that we used earlier, we used to cook our food was bronze or made of bronze or brass, and we were having balanced diet. But nowadays we just forgotten about this. And earlier there were so many social evils like child marriage and the dowry system plus female feticide. Number of female feticide was more because girl child was not allowed to be born in rich families because of the division of property and other causes, other So now these kind of social events have been controlled. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
So because life earlier, before modernity, life was too contented. We used to sleep at night on roofs and having earthen pots to drink water. And still, and nowadays, even in festivals, there was no show off. We were quite close to our rituals. But nowadays, we are just in show off, exposing our richness and other things. Because on TV advertisements and other, where we see other people purchasing too many things.
Very true.
That compete with them.
Ma'am, can I start now?
Yes, yes.
Ma'am, am I visible?
May I know who's speaking?
Yes,
Ma'am,
yes,
Gaurav.
Gaurav.
Good evening, sir, and my dear friends. Ma'am, as you told us that beyond the technology, modernity has changed very much our society and culture. Like, ma'am, like as the time passes, technology advances as well as through the technology, our way of living, the way of celebrating the religious purposes, cultures, festivals. These are also changes, and the people become modern. Like the very basic is the dressing sense of the people. Like in more earlier times, the dresses, the way they wear, and now the people we have a lot of difference between them. And ma'am, uh, earlier times there were many harsh religious practices that you told that, like ma'am, in earlier time is sati pratha, but now as the time passes, new rules came, laws made, and that customs and religions will be all diminished, uh, all diminish, and so that the people become modern, more educated, as well as the time passes, the people become more educated, and we can see the competition among all the peoples. It is increasing day by day. The hardness of competition is increases, so that people uh, and also ma'am, it is a very common thing that we in today's time we can say that every single person is now living a modern life. Like we can't compare with the rich or poor, but yes, it is there must be a difference in the living lifestyle of rich or poor. But as the time goes on, modernity increases, culture changes, so all people bind or change themselves according to the society and their changes. And now that earlier the women are not allowed to go outside at night, but now in today's time it is common that women go and parties and hang out with friends at nights. And also we have a drastic change in sports. Like earlier there were sports, but there is no technology to worldwide them, to show them to the whole country or the whole people. And now but we have very but now with a single click we can view the live match that is going on in the any part of any country. So technology plays a major role in modernity, but our art, liberalism, culture, society, this is also enhances. So at last I conclude that modernity has pros as well as cons. And we can say that it is important and not important also. Like it is important because it helps us, because it enhances the technology, makes the life easy for the people. And it is bad that through the technology people become laziness, it decreases the labor work, and decreases the opportunities for the people that one machine can do work that is equivalent to around 1,000 or 2,000. It just as example of human work, so it is has a bad impact also. Thank you.
Okay. So because it is increasing unemployment, problem of unemployment is also there because of modern life.
Yes, ma'am.
So Gaurav, women, and it is not women's, this is women. Again and again, women's, that is not correct, women. Okay, when we use it in plural term, women.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Khushi, Nishtha, Gaurav has spoken. Shahrukh is also there.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. Ma'am, today my topic is not ready because due to office work. Ma'am,
Tharuk,
you
you
are
can
here.
speak even extempore. Extempore means speaking without prior preparation. तो आप उर्दू में भी बोल सकते हैं. नई नई दुनिया और पुरानी दुनिया में क्या अच्छा बुरा था?
Sir, modernity is characterized by change is technology. I'm saying about earlier. Earlier is not a good electricity. Electricity is means this time electricity is all over world and technology. Jैसे modern technology is faster, effectively, and efficiently. Modern technology has enabled the procedure of goods and services. For example, innovations includes car, mobile phones, computer, televisions, microwaves, and internet. This is the current world. But sir, I'm some understand. इतना ही है सर बस.
आपने बोला टेक्नोलॉजी के बारे में हम बात करते हैं. टेक्नोलॉजी तो बैलेंस है, वो इंसान पर डिपेंड करती है कि आप टेक्नोलॉजी को बेनिफिट के लिए यूज करते हो, क्योंकि यही टेक्नोलॉजी है जो हाइड्रोजन बम भी बना रही है.
यस मैम.
और यही टेक्नोलॉजी है जो आपको मार्स पर भी ले जाने की तैयारी कर रही है. तो ये तो हमारे हाथ में है, हमारे अपने इख्तियार उसको किस तरह से यूज करते हैं. बेटरमेंट के लिए यूज करेंगे तो वो बेटर है ना. लेकिन हमारी जिंदगी में टेक्नोलॉजी के अलावा भी बहुत से हिस्से हैं जो आज के दौर में बदले हैं, जिस पर मैं पहले भी कह चुकी हूँ. जैसे पहले हमारे पास बहुत सारे सोशल इवेंट्स थे, बुराइयां थी जिंदगी में, समाज में, जिन पर हम आज काबू पा चुके हैं. और ये हमारी मॉडर्न लाइफ का एक हिस्सा रहा है. पहले औरतें जो थी, क्योंकि सर ने मुझसे कहा कि हम लोग दूसरी जबान को भी यूज कर सकते हैं, तो मैं आज उर्दू को यूज करना चाहूंगी. सर, इफ यू परमिट मी.
We would love to listen to good Urdu. That's such a beautiful language.
तो हम कह रहे हैं कि इख्तियार में है, इसका मतलब हमारे बस में है, हमारे कंट्रोल से बाहर नहीं है. अर्लियर क्या था सर, औरतें घर की दहलीज के अंदर महदूद थी, पर्दा था, बाल विवाह था, डाउरी सिस्टम था. आज हम इस पर काफी हद तक कंट्रोल नहीं पा सके, बट वी हैव ऑलमोस्ट गॉट रिड ऑफ ऑन दिस प्रॉब्लम्स. गर्ल एजुकेशन वाज नॉट देयर, बट नाउअडेज वुमेन आर वर्किंग आउट. ये हम कहेंगे ये पॉजिटिविटी है मॉडर्न लाइफस्टाइल का जो हमारी जिंदगी में आया. We can express ourselves. Family ties were quite strong before modernity, but that time there was a certain gap between the child and his parents. Child was not allowed to speak quite freely before his parents that time. But nowadays, children can easily express their views before their parents, and their parents treat them just like friends. So it has brought us drastic change in our society. या आप कह सकते हैं कि पुराने जमाने में वालिदैन के सामने बोलना तो बस जैसे गुस्ताखी मान ली जाती थी, बड़ी बदतमीजी मानी जाती थी कि माँ बाप के सामने आप बोल गए। आजकल बच्चों के साथ वालिदैन का जो रिश्ता है दोस्ताना am I audible?
जी जी जी
Yes, ma'am.
अफरोज।
Yes, ma'am.
तो एक बहुत बड़ी तब्दीली हमारी जिंदगी में आई है कि हमारी सोच बहुत बदली है। पुरानी जो दकियानूसी सोच थी, उन ख्याल से हम बाहर निकलने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, चाहे वो कोई भी सोसाइटी हो। स्टिल पीपल आर देयर हु आर स्टिक टू कंजर्वेटिज्म, बट वी कैन सी अ चेंज, इवन एक रिवोल्यूशन हम अपने सोच में देख सकते हैं, जो आज की जिंदगी का हमारा एक हिस्सा बनी है। और एक बात और कहूंगी, पुराने जमाने में जब हम त्योहार मनाते थे, जो दिखावा आज की कल्चर ने, मॉडर्न लाइफ स्टाइल ने हमको दिया है, पहले ये नहीं था। जैसा था, नए त्योहार पर कपड़े बने नहीं बने, जैसा था, हम खुशहाल जिंदगी जीते थे। ये मैंने एक्सपीरियंस किया उस टाइम पर, कि जमीन से जुड़ी हुई जिंदगी थी हमारी। और अब हमें घर में बहुत सारे रिक्वायरमेंट्स हैं। पहले कोई इंसान आया, वी हैव अ मैट, आप आराम से बैठे, ठंडा पानी पिया, आपने अपनी जिंदगी की बातें की, सुख दुख की, उसके बाद चले जाते थे। अब शो ऑफ इतना हो गया है कि हमें मॉडर्न स्टाइल के सोफा साइड चाहिए, इतने ज्यादा एक्सेसरीज घर में चाहिए, लग्जूरियस लाइफ चाहिए, ताकि हम दिखा सके लोगों को कि हमारे पास ये है। पहले ये सब नहीं था, रिश्तों में बहुत ज्यादा मजबूती थी। अब बहुत पैसा है, लेकिन रिश्ते कहीं ना कहीं हम कमजोर होते चले जा रहे हैं।
अफरोज जी, मैं आपसे एक चीज पूछना चाहूंगा कि कुछ अच्छी चीजें ये आधुनिकता लाई है, पर जो खराब चीजें ला रही है उसको हम कैसे रोक सकते हैं? उसके लिए क्या करना चाहिए कि हमारी अच्छी
हमारी
चीजें पुरानी बनी रहें और नई अच्छी चीजें आ जाए?
सर, किसी भी चीज को अपनाएं, लेकिन अपनी जड़ों को ना भूलें। हमारी जड़ें वही हैं। हम आम के पेड़ को कहीं भी रोप दें, रहेगा वो आम का ही। ये मैं आपसे कहना चाहूंगी, हम कितना ही मॉडर्न बन जाएं, जड़ें हमारी वही हैं। आप हमने नई ड्रेस स्टाइल को अडॉप्ट किया है, नो डाउट, वुमेन कैन वियर देम फ्रीली, बट इट शुड नॉट लुक वल्गर। मेरी इस बात को आप समझेंगे शायद, कि वल्गैरिटी नहीं होनी चाहिए। कंफर्ट हो आप पहने, बट वल्गर जो है, ऑब्सीन है, उस चीज से आप दूर रहें, तो वो ज्यादा डिसेंट है हमारी लाइफ के लिए। जहां हम मटेरियलिज्म पर जा रहे हैं, वहां हम कंटेंटेड लाइफ पर जाएं। क्योंकि शो ऑफ में हमने देखा इतने सुसाइड केस बढ़ रहे हैं, उसका बेटा डॉक्टर बना तो मेरा भी बना। ये जो अंधी जो एक रेस हमने शुरू की सर इस मॉडर्निटी में, ये कहीं ना कहीं हमारी जड़ों को खोखला तो कर गया। जैसे अभी इन्होंने कहा कि की वजह से हम, बेटा मैं आपकी बात सुनूंगी, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी की वजह से हम बहुत आराम से रह सकते हैं, सब कुछ कह सकते हैं, लेकिन हम, अगर आप इसको ध्यान से सोचें, तो हम इनके एडिक्टेड नहीं हो गए? फॉर अ सिंगल मोमेंट वी कांट एक्सपेक्ट आवर लाइफ विदाउट एसी, विदाउट कूलर। हम
बिल्कुल
इतने
मैम।
हैं कि 1 मिनट के लिए लाइट ऑफ हो जाती है तो हम बेचैन होने लग जाते हैं। ये नशा नहीं है? ये मैं चाहूंगी कि हम अपनी जड़ों से रुकिए। मैं इसके लिए यही चाहूंगी कि हमारी जो जड़ें थी, जैसे अब मैं कहूँ, सर ने कहा कि ऐसा करें, हमारे जो परंपरागत खेल थे सर, पोलो हुआ करता था, चेस इंडिया से है ना?
Yes, ma'am, I know the Ravan used to play with his wife.
है ना? ये इंडियन जो गेम्स थे बेटा, ये आपस में एक फिजिकल के साथ साथ मेंटल गेम्स भी होते थे, ये पजल्स भी हुआ करती थी, है ना? अब हम इनको टोटली अपनी लाइफ से निकाल चुके हैं। शायद हमको तो, अगर कोई हमसे पूछा हमारे ट्रेडिशनल गेम्स कितने हैं, हमें याद ही नहीं होगा। हम क्रिकेट बता देंगे, हम टेबल टेनिस बता देंगे, हम बैडमिंटन बता देंगे, लेकिन हमें सतोलिया याद नहीं आता, हमें कबड्डी याद नहीं आती, हमें खो खो याद नहीं आता। जो हमारी जमीन से जुड़े हुए खेल थे, जिनमें टेक्निक्स होती थी, जिसमें फिजिकल भी होता था प्लस मेंटल भी होता था।
So you have brought up, Afroz ji, very important point that without, despite all the glamour and the shine which modernity brings and comforts, etc., it is still depriving us of our mental peace and family bonds and so on. But the question is, this modernity is so seductive. Seductive, आप लोग समझते हैं बेटा? Who can give me the meaning of seductive?
Can I guess?
Yes, Khushi.
Sir, suggesting that forgetting our past.
No. SEDUCTIVE. Seductive means
Can you please repeat the
lubhavna.
spelling?
SEDUCTIVE.
PUC?
Sir,
DUCTIVE.
Mohak, I think.
हाँ, लुभावना, जो हमें
Okay, sir.
भुलावे में डालकर और गलत आदत में ले जाता है. That is called
Which attract
seductive.
us.
Attracts us into a easy but very treacherous path. That is called seductive. So modernity is very seductive. It appeals to our senses and our heart very powerfully. That is why the younger generation is drifting towards modernity even where it is harming them. So now that I'm asking Afroz ji and also Rita, how do we overcome this challenge? I think teachers are the biggest crusaders. Crusaders समझते हो बेटा? Crusader मतलब योद्धा. जो सबसे बड़े योद्धा है इस बुराई के खिलाफ वो टीचर्स हैं. तो अब हम लोग क्या करें कि बच्चों को हम, from your experience you can tell maybe Afroz ji and Rita.
सर
लेक्चर देने से तो ये नहीं रुकेगा, खाली लेक्चर देने से नहीं रुकेगा, ये बहुत ज्यादा नशीला है. अब उसके लिए हमें क्या करना चाहिए?
सबसे पहले तो सर जब भी हम कोई रिचुअल करते हैं, राखी की कहानी है, तो हम सिर्फ एक बात जानते हैं, भाई बहनों के बीच में रक्षाबंधन का त्योहार है, बहन राखी बांधती है भाई को, बदले में गिफ्ट मिलता है. सबसे बड़ी बात अगर आज मैं कहूँ तो त्योहार का ये मतलब हो गया है ना. जबकि अगर हम इसका बैकग्राउंड बताएं तो ये एक रक्षा सूत्र है जो केवल भाई को नहीं बांधा जाता. एक नारी किसी से भी, इवन मेल टू मेल भी, इफ यू वांट प्रोटेक्शन तो आप उसको सेंड करते हैं. हमें मालूम है कर्णावती और हुमायूं का किस्सा, हमें मालूम है, हमारी हिस्ट्री ने देखा है. तो ये किस्सा था. पहली बात, राखी का संबंध कृष्ण का द्रौपदी के साथ ही. कि जब द्रौपदी को चीरहरण हो रहा था तो कृष्ण, पहली कहानी थी, उनका उंगली में खून लगा, चोट लगी थी, तो द्रौपदी ने अपनी आंचल को फाड़कर उनकी जख्म और बदले में उन्हीं कृष्ण भगवान ने जब चीरहरण के वक्त आया तो उस भाई का फर्ज निभाया था, एक दोस्त का फर्ज निभाया था, एक प्रोटेक्टर का फर्ज निभाया था. यही हुमायूं कर्णावती के साथ भी हुआ था. तो मैसेज जाता है, नॉट गिफ्ट, व्हाट इज द फीलिंग बिहाइंड द फेस्टिवल, है ना. इन दिवाली टू वी सी द सेम थिंग, firing crackers and other things and lighting house and expending too much money on our dresses and other things. But the main thing is the victory of good over evil. We just forgot the main thing. किसी भी चीज को आप मना रहे हैं उसका पीछे बैकग्राउंड बच्चे को पहले अच्छे से हम समझा पाएं.
So what you are saying is that parents and family and elders have to constantly, first of all, use all the religious rituals, etc., festivals to ingrain right values repeatedly. Yes. We'll have to repeatedly do this. Rita, would you like to add something to this? How can we save the younger generation from the seductive aspect. There are good things also. Everyone has said, Nishtha, Khushi, everyone has highlighted. There are many good aspects of modernity also, but there are some negative which are very seductive. So, Afrozi has mentioned we have to use religious festivals, and religion is a powerful dam against the flood of modernity. Is there anything else you would like to add, Rita? Then we will ask the students.
I think relation between student and young generation relationship should become stronger and more amiable.
Yes.
With us, and they will understand what we are saying. Otherwise, lecturing you told us nothing. They won't be listening to us through, but only when the bond is between the family is better, relation with teacher and student becomes better. Maybe then things will change, because
I think Rita is traveling, so her connection is poor. So now let us hear the students again. This time you have to speak only 1 minute, not on what is negative and positive in modernity, but how to select the positive and leave the negative, prevent the negative from overwhelming us. Overwhelming, you understand? मतलब हमको डुबो दे ना दे मॉडर्निटी की जो बुराइयां हैं. How to prevent the negative in modernity from overwhelming. Overwhelming means हमारे ऊपर ना चढ़ जाए. So now one by one again you can speak, students, for 1 minute only. How to...
Sir, can I start?
Yes, very good, Gaurav.
Good evening, sir. Sir, as you asked, sir.
Rita, 1 second, Gaurav. Rita, मेरा भी नमस्कार कहिए अम्मा जी को. बहुत अच्छा लगा उनसे मिलके. हमारा प्रणाम. और तुम्हारी यात्रा शुभ हो. बहुत शुक्रिया. You came despite your hectic schedule in travel. अम्मा जी राम राम.
हाँ जी नमस्ते.
नमस्ते माँ जी.
नमस्ते बेटा.
स्टूडेंट्स भी आपको नमस्ते कह रहे हैं.
अम्मा जी.
बेटा अम्मा जी से पूछना वो क्या कहेंगी टॉपिक पे. Afroz is also smiling. She is very happy to get we think we have a new teacher today. Rita, you ask her now.
And she's giving blessing to all of you. सबको आशीर्वाद दे रही है.
धन्यवाद अम्मा जी का नाम क्या है?
इनका नाम शारदा जी. She 91 year less than 90, 89.
And we
she's
all
accompanying us to Haridwar, and
Sharda means the goddess of knowledge. Thank you for coming.
She is the boldest of all.
Yes. Yes, such a cute smile. Yes, Gaurav, now go ahead.
She is so happy that people are teaching.
Good.
ये तो हमारी ड्यूटी भी है और हमारी खुशी भी है. हम खुशी से करते हैं. Yes, Gaurav.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir, and my dear friends. So, as you asked that how we can not
how to prevent.
Yes, sir.
रोकना मतलब prevent.
Yes.
PREVENT.
Yes, sir. So, my view on this, sir, as in ancient time, we see that the sons and daughters of the kings were sent into the Gurukul to get the education so that they get the education of their culture and know how the people or a poor people live their lives. Because if they live in the palace or in the luxurious life due to their father, then they don't know about the outside society, outside world. Like most common example is Lord Buddha. And because at very small age they get out of their house, they gain education under a banyan tree, they saw people around us, they saw that the people get ill, they get diseases, the people are dying, etc. So they these things makes them to gain the knowledge that why this is so happening and why this is not happening inside the palace. And this enhance this enhance a idea inside her heart. And we see like in Mahabharata, the Pandavas also gain education in they live in forest and they learn their education in them, and so that in future they had a very great and good life. So sir, at the end, to stop to prevent it, sir, I would like to say that we have to experience the customs and religions that of all of our ancient times. And with the modern time, with the technology, we had to take forward all of them with in hand, that we had to balance both and we had to experience both the things. And by balancing both, we had a very great and comfortable life. Thank you.
Okay, very good, Gaurav. Now let us hear the youngest person, Anshuman.
Yes, sir, he's here.
Anshuman, would you like to say something on the topic? You can speak in Hindi also.
मॉडर्निटी कैसे है?
नया जमाना अच्छा है या पुराना जमाना अच्छा था, और क्या अच्छा था पुराने जमाने में?
कह रहे हैं नया जमाना अच्छा था नहीं था, उसके बारे में बात बता ले। कौन सा जमाना अच्छा है, पुराना नया?
तुम्हें पता है पुराने जमाने के बारे में कुछ जानते हो? तुम तो अभी बहुत साल पहले दुनिया में आए हो। पुराने जमाने के बारे में तुम्हें क्या पता है?
करो, बताओ। लाइट नहीं होती थी।
पुराना जमाना बहुत अलग होता था ना। कैसे, कुछ पता है तुम्हें कैसे क्या अलग होता था पुराने जमाने में?
मोबाइल फोन होते थे जो क्या कर रहे थे।
Okay, Anshuman, you think about it. Then in the end, you will ask you again if you want to say something.
Sir, can I tell?
Yes, Khushi, very good.
Sir, in the past time in century, 19th century, people used to more focus on traditional dress code.
No, Khushi, now our topic is,
okay,
we have all agreed there are certain good things in the old period and bad things in modernity. How do we prevent the negative aspect of modernity from flooding our life?
So we should
how do we do it?
Yes, sir. We should only use the technology for the advantage for our human life. We should not waste our technology for such a thing that are harmful for us. We should stop using more than 5. We should only use 3 hours for information. We should only use phone for 3 hours for getting information from a group or Google if it's important. Otherwise, books have everything present in them. We should more focus on book rather than phone. We should stop use social media more than 1 hour, because if it's not important, because it's used to disturb our mindset. We should stop using our mind for such a useless thing that used to distract us and from our studying. So we should just we can just stop using this thing more than 1 hour. If it's more important than 1 hour 30 minutes. Thank you.
Good, very good.
COVID.
Who else would speak?
May I, sir?
Yes.
Yes, sir. I would like to say that although people know that it's not good for us, they are still not avoiding it. Like, for example, if I would sit to study and I would see phone is just lying over there and I would take it, I would do some work in it. But after that time, I would be attracted. Like, let's just watch YouTube. So it's good for us that we should not just use mobiles or the technology when we are studying at that moment. Like today also I met a very educational woman. She also said the same thing. Use as many as offline things as you can. So in that, maybe parents can also contribute. Most of them, they should take away the phones from the children when they are studying, and my mother do the same thing, and I'm good for that. And like, we should make timetables so that we don't forget that this is our time to study, not to watch like YouTube or do anything else. Do it later, not right now. Write it on a paper and do it later. That is, people are not able to control themselves. So the type of ashrams are there right now. So my elder brother, his name is Tushar. He's been sent to that ashram to study without any interference, without any like social media or without any mobiles. He just have that Nokia one and he's there without any facility. There he would get the get offline resources, anything he want, but not all the social platform and nothing like that. So in that, it's just he needs to study. So yeah, we need to control ourselves. We need to think in our mind that what is good for us and what is bad. We need to measure what is good and what is bad, and after that we need to take the decision. Thank you.
Good. Afroz ji, would you like to comment?
Ma'am, sir, I want to say, can I just?
No, Khushi, you have spoken twice. Wait, please.
Okay, sir.
So 2 points. First, Gaurav mentioned that in Mahabharata, Kaurav and Pandav both were the students of the same teacher. Dronacharya was the teacher, he was a trainer. But we can see the difference in both Pandavas and Kauravas' behavior was totally different. They were totally opposite. Because Kauravas were promoted by the ambitions of their blind father, where Pandavas was balanced. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
सर एक बात तो हम कहेंगे, गुरु तो एक ही था, लेकिन माता पिता कहीं ना कहीं मौजूद थे, जिसकी वजह से तबाही भी हुई. अगर कंट्रोल कर लिया होता तो शायद ये नहीं होता था. मैं फिर वही बात आऊंगी कि पेरेंट्स पर, हम बड़ों पर बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेदारी हो जाती है. हम दोस्ताना व्यवहार करें, बट अगेन द प्रॉब्लम इज देयर. The teacher students are and the kids are using mobile phone because we don't spare time with them. We don't share our time with them. We too are busy on our mobile phone or cell phones in other activity. तो कम से कम एक वक्त घर के लोगों के साथ बैठकर खाना खाएं, एक दूसरे की परेशानियों को समझें, बात करें खुलकर, तो बहुत कुछ हद तक हम इन सब कमियों पर काबू पा सकते. प्लस एक बात और मैं कहना चाहूंगी कि हमने जो मॉडर्न लाइफस्टाइल को अडॉप्ट किया था, हम वापस पुरानी जड़ों की तरफ जा रहे हैं. पहले जो हमने स्टील वगैरह के बर्तन यूज करने शुरू किए थे, हम फिर से वापस से पीतल के इनके बर्तनों को प्रमोट करते हुए देख रहे हैं. Even the foreigners are promoting them. And naturopathy is again rising in medical field. So कहीं ना कहीं हम वापस अपनी मॉडर्निटी में, अगर हम अपनी जड़ों से जुड़े रहते हैं तो बहुत कुछ अच्छा हासिल कर सकते हैं. ये हम बड़ों पर भी डिपेंड करता है, क्योंकि बच्चा तो वही देख रहा है जो हम कर रहे हैं. बच्चों के साथ दोस्ताना तो करते हैं, लेकिन ये भी हम बच्चों को सिखाएं कि किसके साथ कितना अदब से और कब किस वक्त क्या बोलना है. कि घर ही सबसे बड़ा तालीम का हिस्सा है सर। जब हम बच्चा बाहर स्कूल में 5 साल बाद निकलता है, लेकिन 5 साल तक वो बहुत कुछ अपने घर में सीख जाता है।
वेरी ट्रू।
अगर हम अपने बच्चों से तो कह रहे हैं कि बड़ों को रिस्पेक्ट करें, लेकिन जब हम अपने ही बड़ों के साथ कुछ इल बिहेवियर करते हैं, इल ट्रीटमेंट करते हैं, बच्चा उस चीज को देख रहा है। आप कितना ही उसको वर्बल प्रीच करें, कुछ भी करें, लेकिन जो वो एक्सपीरियंस कर रहा है वो कहीं ना कहीं उसके जहन पर असर कर रहा है। मेरा यही है कि हम खुद को पहले सुधार लें, ये हम बड़ों पर भी डिपेंड करता है।
Yes. Is there anyone else who wants to add something? This is a very interesting topic, and Afroz ji has really. Shahrukh, yes.
सर हाँ, मैं ये कहना चाहूंगा सारा, जैसे मैम जी ने बताया और सर जैसा आपने बताया, तो सर देखा जाए तो पुराने जमाने और अब के जमाने में देखा जाए कुछ चीजें पहले भी अच्छी थी और कुछ आज भी अच्छी है। मतलब दोनों में अच्छाई और बुराई दोनों में ही है सर। जैसे पहले मैम ने बताया जैसे कि महिलाओं पर अत्याचार होता था, सती प्रथा वगैरह, अब जैसा ऐसा नहीं है। मगर पहले कुछ चीजें जैसे अच्छी थी, जैसे लोग सब एक साथ मिलजुल कर रहते थे। जैसे आज के टाइम में सब मोबाइल फोन यूज करते हैं, हम जैसे घर में ही है सब अपना अपना फोन यूज कर रहे हैं, कोई भी एक दूसरे को समय अच्छे से नहीं दे पाता है। मगर पहले क्या है, लोग एक साथ मिलजुल कर रहते थे। चाहे पहले इलेक्ट्रॉनिक जमाना नहीं था, मगर सब में प्यार मोहब्बत ज्यादा था। आज के दौर में सर ऐसा नहीं है, मेरा मानना आज के दौर में ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं है। यही सब है सर।
Very true. हम सब लोग we are all
And
agreeing
sir, I want
that.
to also add one line
Yes, yes, Anjali.
in Hindi. कि पुराना जमाना ऐसा था कि लोग कुएं का मेला कुचला पानी पीकर भी 100 साल तक जी लेते थे। पर अभी जब हमारे पास ज्यादा फैसिलिटीज है, लाइक आरओज आर देयर, पर उनका पानी पीकर भी, हम फिल्टर्ड वाटर पीकर भी हम इतना सरवाइव नहीं कर पाते।
Yes.
So I want to say about social media, like, can I?
Okay, go ahead.
So we should not post our personal details on social media, because if we think that we have deleted it, but it doesn't delete from the history of the app, that are we saying that we should never comment such someone badly, because if we think that it's right and we will delete it and then it will delete forever, but it doesn't happen. If you search anything on your Google and you try to delete your history, but it used to seem delete, but it doesn't usually delete. It used to just capture that search that you have committed or search on your Google or Safari. It used to save in your Gmail balance. So we should not comment on such somebody, because it may cause cyberbullying, and we should not post our personal detail on social media. Maybe it will be blackmailing also.
Very good. But you shall try to speak in English as much as possible. Sometimes English is insufficient.
No, I was speaking in English only.
Okay, you use some Hindi term. Okay. So now in the end, if we are nearing closing time, I would like to just say that whenever we have to make a speech on a difficult concept, an abstract concept, abstract का मतलब होता है जो हमें दिखाई नहीं देता है, ऐसी चीज abstract होती है, तो उसको हमें we should first define it. Some of you tried to define. I'll just put it in my words. Modernity basically refers to those set of changes which changed the world radically in last 2 centuries, especially since the Industrial Revolution, in all the aspects of life. For example, Industrial Revolution, the rise of modern states, which can be democratic or dictatorship, but they are much more bureaucratic now. Okay, the definition of modern state is not democracy, because dictatorships are also modern, but they all share one underlying feature: they are centralized bureaucratic states. Similarly, it changed the social structure completely. Earlier, there used to be two main classes in society: peasantry and landlords. And some of the landlords became kings, zamindars, etc. But in modern society, the main classes are educated middle class, traders, and peasantry and landlords are not that important now. So they changed the social structure. Similarly, it changed the social structure in the smaller groups like family, etc. also, gender relations. So modernity has been a very transformative and fast-paced change. Above all, modernity accelerates the process of change. Just imagine when man was living in jungles in the Stone Age. Change used to come in lakhs of years. It took lakhs of years before humans discovered the use of fire. Then it took another several millions of years before they started using stones for making tools and weapons. Similarly, to thousands of years before they could use the wheel, etc. So the change came very slowly. But in modern times, almost every week something new is coming. Okay? And another thing you must understand is that modernity can be classified into three parts. Before modernity was pre-modern, okay, or traditional, pre-modern or traditional. Traditional itself was divided into ancient and medieval, okay, and modernity, which began actually in Europe a little earlier, around the Renaissance in 14th, 15th century. That period is called early modern. From 1400 to 1800, when the Industrial Revolution began, this 400 period is called 400 years period is called early modern. After pre-modern is early modern. Then after early modern, from around 1800 to 2000 is, or more precisely from 1800 to 1990, when the internet come. This period is called modern. And after 1990, we are now in the age of postmodern. Okay? These are finer subdivisions within modernity. Broadly, it is all modern, but you can make some finer divisions. Each has different characteristics. We will not discuss them today. Maybe some other class we will discuss. But I'd like to just see if how much you have grasped. Who can repeat what I told about the divisions within modernity and the definition of modernity? First, let us begin with the less difficult question. What are the divisions in modernity? शाहरुख, आप बताइए.
जी सर.
मैंने जो टोटल ह्यूमन हिस्ट्री है उसमें 6 डिविजन्स बताई हैं. 3 मॉडर्निटी की हैं और 3 उससे पहले की हैं. तो क्या क्या है?
सर मैं बाहर पानी पीने चला गया था. जस्ट अभी आया हूं सर.
ओके, निष्ठा, कैन यू? What are the divisions of time in history, human history?
Sir, sorry, but I can't get question.
Anjali, you want to answer the question? Okay, Nishtha, carry on.
Sir, sorry, but
Nishtha, you carry on.
Okay, sir. Sir, there are 3 stages of the 3 stages of modernity is like
not stages. You will say 3 phases. PHASES. 3 phases. Okay.
I don't remember the one you told. May I tell you mine?
Yes, you. That's even better. Go ahead.
Okay, sir.
What
Sir,
are the
it's
phases?
the three phases are Paleolithic, Mesolithic, and Neolithic.
Oh, no. These are all within the Stone Age. These are all. This is the first stage, which is called Stone Age. Within Stone Age, there are various phases: Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Neolithic. Lith means stone. So these are all phases within the Stone Age. These are not modernity stages. Anjali, you were saying something?
No, sir, I'm saying that I did not get question.
So can I try, Khushi?
Yes, Khushi, very good.
Sir, Apollocentric modality and Eurocentric modality, and I didn't remember the third one.
No, those are aspects of modernity. Modernity changed the nature of the state. Before modernity, the state was not so bureaucratic. Now bureaucracy runs the state, okay, and it is very centralized. अकबर बहुत पावरफुल था, लेकिन अकबर अगर चाहता समझो महाराष्ट्र के किसी गांव में सती को प्रिवेंट करना है, तो उसको संदेश पहुंचाने में ही 1 साल लग जाता, because they didn't have the bureaucracy and the technology to transmit the centralized command from above to the village level. So this is the nature of how the state has changed. This is one aspect of modernity. Modernity has changed everything. It has changed the economy, industrial revolution. It has changed politics, the centralized state. It has changed social structure, middle class and capitalist class in place of feudal lords. It has changed the everyday life. Family is breaking down. It has changed culture, art, literature. Now cinema came in modern times. Television came in modern times. Entertainment revolution has come in modern times. Okay, so culture has changed. And values have changed. What Afroz ji was mentioning, values have changed, especially in a very negative way also. So these are various aspects of modernity. I am asking, what are the phases in modernity? There are 3 phases I described just now. What are they? Very simple. Early modern, 1400 to 1800, Renaissance, English Revolution, American Revolution, all these happened in this period. Okay?
Sir, second lead.
Second phase is modernity proper. It's modernity proper. This is from about 1780, when industrial revolution begins in England, to 1980, when the internet comes. Okay, this is modern period of 200 years, 1780 to 1980. Okay, roughly. Then from 1980 onwards, when the internet revolution has happened, and also there are big changes in the IT revolution, etc., we are now in the post-modern period. So 3 phases are, Anshuman, do you remember what are the 3 phases of modernity?
So 1 minute, if you pardon me, I would like to take leave because now is the time for evening prayer. So,
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and have a very happy Ramzan.
Thank you, Mom.
And topic for next week is importance of fasting.
Very good. Yes, I will also attend. Yes.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Mom.
Thank you, and sir, good evening.
So we will just conclude by revising the definition of modernity and the phases in modernity. Phases means stages in modernity. Early modern, modern, and what is the period now called? Postmodern. Okay. Postmodern. Wow, now we are in the advanced stage of modernity, which is also called postmodern. Okay. But what is the definition of modernity? This is the